This is Dr. Harvey from Back Pain Chiropractic Centers. The following video isn't so much about the health of your body. It's about the health of our nation, Jamaica. This video is so important to fixing Jamaica's problems that I'll make you a special offer just for watching it. You can get your first visit in any of our offices, Kingston, Montego Bay, and Savlamar, at half price, just $3,000, regularly $6,000. This is a limited time offer. Just click on the link below. Thank you. Now, if you're like me, you have nothing but disdain for politics, politicians, and political parties. So why am I supporting the UIC Jamaica? Look at our name. We're united, but we're independent, and we congress to build our nation. It's the non-political political party. And should we win the day, our first order of business will be to end political parties once and for all and form a constitutional republic where the individual is sovereign. Back in the 1980s, I studied libertarian philosophy and read the works of Ayn Rand, who champions the sovereignty of the individual, and wondered why governments aren't run that way. Then 2 years ago, I discovered Joseph Patterson and the United Independence Congress, and like a dream come true, it's here right now. UIC key plans include this. We'll reduce the size and red tape of government so that it costs you no more than 10% of your income in taxes and leaves you with 90% to spend and invest as you see fit. We'll reduce the GCT to 10% and dedicate it to ensuring every child gets the nutrition, education, housing, and health care necessary to learn, grow, and succeed. We'll eliminate property taxes, customs duties, and all other unfair fees and taxes to give you full access to the best and cheapest products and technologies from around the world to grow your business and enjoy a higher standard of living. We'll make your life easier by systematically eliminating government red tape and corruption by moving to a fully digital economy with special provisions for the elderly and disabled. We'll ensure every community is safe, clean, and orderly, looks, smells, and feels like a tourist destination, with every citizen having a fixed address, adequate street lights, sidewalks, street signs, indoor plumbing and water, metered electricity, and high-speed internet access. We believe force and fraud by individuals, groups, or governments must be banished from our human-to-human relationships, and that only through voluntary, mutually beneficial exchanges between us can we have authentic peace and prosperity to be realized among families, communities, and countries. The society we seek to build is one where individuals are free to follow their own dreams in their own ways without interference from government or any authoritarian power, provided they respect the lives and properties of others. Here is our statement of principles. We, the members of the United Independence Congress, hereby challenge the moral authority of the omnipotent state and defend the inherent rights of every individual to be free. We hold that all individuals have the right to exercise sole dominion over their own lives and have the right to live in whatever manner they choose, so long as they do not forcibly interfere with the equal rights of others to live in whatever manner they choose. Governments throughout history have regularly operated on the opposite principle, that the state has the right to dispose of the lives of individuals and the fruits of their labor. All political parties other than the UIC grant to government the right to regulate the lives of individuals and seize the fruits of their labor without their consent. We, on the contrary, deny the right of any government to do these things. We support the right of the smallest minority, the individual. Individuals own their bodies and have rights over them that other individuals, groups, and governments may not violate. Individuals have the freedom and responsibility to decide they knowingly and voluntarily consume and what risks they accept to their own health, finances, safety, or life. We support the full freedom of expression and oppose government censorship, regulation, or control of communications media and technology. We favor the freedom to engage in or abstain from any religious activities that do not violate the rights of others. We oppose government actions which either aid or attack any religion. Uniters advocate individual privacy and government transparency. We're committed to ending government's practice of spying on everyone. We support the rights to be secure in our persons, homes, property, and communications. Protection from unreasonable search and seizure should include records held by third parties such as bank account, email, medical, and library records. We assert the common law right of juries to judge not only the facts but also the justice of the law. We affirm the individual right to keep and bear arms and oppose the prosecution of individuals for exercising their rights of self-defense. Uniters would free property owners from government property taxes and restriction on their rights to control and enjoy their property as long as their choices do not harm or infringe on the rights of others. Eminent domain, civil asset forfeiture, government limits on profits, government production mandates, and governmental controls of prices and goods and services, including wages, rents, and interest, are abridgments of such fundamental rights. Government should not incur debt at interest, but should instead operate on a balanced budget formula of 10% of the income generated by residents. Uniters support the right of every person to earn an honest and peaceful living through the free and voluntary exchange of goods and services. Accordingly, we oppose occupational and other licensing laws that infringe on this right or treat it as a state-granted privilege. We encourage certifications by voluntary associations of professionals. Employment and compensation agreements between private employers and employees are outside the scope of government, and these contracts should not be encumbered by government-mandated benefits or social engineering. Recognizing that education of children is a parental responsibility, we would restore authority to parents to determine the education of their children without interference from the government. The protection of individual rights is the only proper purpose of government. Government is to be constitutionally limited so as to prevent the infringement of individual rights by the government itself. We support the removal of government impediments to free trade. Political freedom and escape from tyranny demand that individuals not be unreasonably constrained by government in the crossing of political boundaries. Economic freedom demands the unrestricted movement of human as well as financial capital across national borders. The UIC's electoral system will recognize no party seating, colors, or symbols in the process or the structure of our governance. There'll be no provisions, implicit or explicit, for political parties, partisan politics, or any other form of group division. Instead of Parliament, we'll establish a nonpartisan state with a United Independence Congress. Jamaica will truly be a free country, no longer having the queen of its former slave master as its head of state, no longer being forced by our government to pay over $200 million in taxes for a governor general to represent a colonial power. The UIC will create a new Jamaica, safe, clean, orderly, where everyone can live, earn, and retire with dignity. We're building our membership and looking for like-minded candidates for office. Please join with me in building our new Jamaica. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, now is the time.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time.
Take a moment to contact the UIC right now. The UIC sign-up form can be found right here at uicjamaica.com. And viewers can contact the UIC via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at UIC Jamaica or by email myuicjamaica@gmail.com. Thank you for taking the time to watch this important video. Please share it with all your friends and family. And just for watching, you can get your first visit at any of our offices at half price, just $3,000, regularly $6,000. Just click on the link below.